That's why we are the best vibes in the prediction market space. I love
because
these
they use
songs.
AI generated
Yeah.
music that
What's
paid
up,
no
guys?
revenue to the people who actually trained it with their music.
which trained them based on actually real music from people that they
Yeah,
didn't pay for.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
That's it.
that's that's the game nowadays, guys. GM, we are back with the Dollar Trade Show. And it's exciting times here for us, guys. But we let's deal with the elephant in the room before we start actually with the content we have. So this is a farewell for Groovy, guys.
Mhm.
Let me share my screen here with you. Okay, it was a rough year. I invite you all to check this out here. We had a thread written here. I
You need
share a
to zoom
thread.
in. Need to zoom in
Fuck. Yeah,
so
yeah,
they can
yeah.
see it. There we go.
Fucking
Bit
brilliant.
more.
Okay.
One more click.
Okay.
There you go. That's a bit
Oh,
better.
okay. Now, yeah,
Yeah,
now we don't see this
way
thing
better.
here. So I invite you all to check this out. Here is the pinned tweet that we have on. Fuck, Nick, you changed the pinned tweet. You
I
rugged
had
me.
to. I had to. I'm doing a
Anyway,
show. I'll
I
switch it
get
back.
it. Yeah, I get it. So yeah, just scroll down. Is this thread here? It explains how we started the Groovy, how we started as a team, what happened during this. It's been a year now. What happened with us, with the team, with the project during the last year was it was challenging. A lot of learnings, lots of bad experience as well.
Mhm.
I mean, we were able to meet some really cool people. We were able to interact way more deep in this space. Um, I mean, I'm excited about what I'm proud of what we achieved. Unfortunately, it's we didn't achieve our vision, which was hard. We will need way more time, way more money, way more expertise, and we were not able to get all that together in the good timing. But that's it. At least we found the Dollar Trade Show as a way. We started this as a way to promote what we were doing back in Groovy and to deepen our knowledge in this space here. And it grew on us. So even though this is the end of Groovy, this is not the end of our path of Nick and I here in this space because we are actually really excited about what's being seen here. So I would like to invite you to keep following us. I want to say thanks to everyone who's been supporting us this time. Yeah, follow us, please. Share the show that we are doing with your friends, families. Probably your grandma would love to listen to me.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he
yeah,
looks like Tom Cruise, so
that's what people
not the
say.
first time a
That's what
granny's
people
fallen in
say.
love with you, my friend.
It's
That
not, to be
happened at the
honest. It's
beginning
not.
of our journey.
Okay, let's let
Somebody's
me
mother
let me
loved
go.
him.
Let me go sideways. Well, the first time that I went to the US, it was for a kind of a work and internship program, and I used it to work on an underwear store. It's called a jockey store. It actually
Mhm.
exists, and there was
Jockey.
always jockey store.
Yeah,
So
brand.
basically,
The
yeah,
brand?
it's the brand. The
Yeah,
brand,
the
yeah,
brand.
the brand. So there was always old ladies asking help to find like the correct bra size, no panty size. It was really awkward. And some of them hated on me sometimes. That was one of the first time that was actually the first time that an old lady said that I look like Tom Cruise. Yes,
I don't know
that's
why your handle's not Crypto Cruise. I don't know
I don't
why.
know because I think take profits really well, and I think it does some. I try to help people to remember that it's important to take some profits.
Take
But
profit.
anyway, yeah, guys, that's it. So now we are doubling down in the Dollar Trade Show. We want to have more guests. We want to have now that we are not
We're
affiliated
hoping.
to any.
Oh, we need to
Yeah,
message
we are not.
Aggie and see if Aggie will come back on because we're
Aggie
not a
can come
competitor
back.
anymore.
Let's
Oh,
see.
let's, I'm gonna
Aggie come back.
DM
I'm
Aggie
gonna
right
post. Let me
now.
say
You're gonna put
this. Aggie, Aggie, come back. And then next post of mine is going to be okay. Can I have a badge now? Whoever's badge it is, just give
can
me
I
a
get
badge.
can we get like a
Okay.
badge from everybody? Because I think
Should
that's what we're good at, right? We're
you
not
could be
like
the
we're not
first.
tribal. I'm not gonna jump in one camp and be like, yo, I'm gonna beat your ass because you're a fucking Cauchy guy or Polymer guy. or actually, like the Myriad guys do it quite well, where it's always a meme of two guys fighting like fucking some dude who
Uh-huh.
missed.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
That's
that's a good
we're
one.
like that. We're like that. Maybe we
That
should hit up the Myriad guys.
the
And
myriad
that,
guys. Maybe okay,
because
maybe have
we're all
Farouk on
like,
the
yeah,
show.
these guys knocking the shit out of each other while we're just screaming it.
That's it. So if you're building something or if there's a product that you like to see us talking to them, send us a DM. And of course, if you want to support the show, we are open to sponsorship as well.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to the content now, guys. I mean, it started 2 days ago, and that was everybody was talking about paradigm. I don't know how to pronounce this, but
Paradigm. Paradigm.
paradigm, like
Yeah.
dime in
I
the end,
understand
dime,
why it
just
would be
like the
confused
coin.
because it's paradigm, but it's basically
Yes.
paradigm.
Where are the vogels here?
I think it's
It's
paradigm.
missing vogels.
Yeah, I'm like, is it?
Anyway,
It's paradigm.
paradigm. I always say like the word, the
Is it maybe
coin.
GM? Para GM?
Paradigm. Paradis GM. Could be Paradis GM. Okay, researcher exposed double counting bug in poly market volume trackers. So Storm Slickoff from Paradigm explaining on December 8th that poly market contracts emit redundant logs for each trade, like separate events for maker and taker plus a match notice. Dashboards such as Dune Analytics, DeFi Llama, and others, some of them now inflated monthly volumes to about 2.5 billion, twice the true figures from single-sided cash flows. Polymarket's data lead countered that their own site reports correctly notional taker volume, matching industry standards in rival Cauchy, while the findings drew scrutiny over Paradigm's recent Cauchy investment. Even corrected Polymarket's volume led rivals by a wide margin in politics and crypto events. So let's get to this point, guys. So we've been covering the volume on prediction markets, and we never reached out to 2.5 in any single week. So we've been following data dashboards. I remember this was the original post. If you guys want to check it out, but from Storm. So I remember I retweeted these and I asked data dashboards if that was the case, if his dashboard was correct. And he responded to me saying that he was not counting like this. So if you go to his dashboard on Zoom, go to data dashboards, prediction markets dashboard, you're going to see that every single week, the top weeks, poly market there is making around 1 billion and never to 2.5. So he said that it was not the case for his dashboard, which is the one that we've been using. And it got a lot of talking. So let's go through some of the talking of what was happening here. But for sure, what caught my attention is that were a lot of accounts with the Paradigm badge was just retweeting and reinforcing them, and they are really influent people. They have a lot of followers. They have been putting money in a lot of products. I'm not saying that this was coordinated, the kind of a fake news or anything like that, but it was a coordinated action to make this to bring this to visibility, and they got it. They
It may
got
have
it
just been like a
all the time.
swarm mentality. Like if you're holding a badge, you're going to retweet. We see it with Cauchy and Paul Market all the time. You're going to retweet bad things about the other side and good things about your side.
Hmm.
That's what the badges encourage. That's the try. That's why, like, I don't think we had the badges like this before Elon, and Elon loves that shit, like driving people against each other. He knows it drives
Hmm.
engagement. So, thanks, Elon, for
And
really
we
maxing
had
out
we
that.
had badges, but badges. As I recall, I think we only had the blue sign for like
Your blue tick.
companies, or yeah, the blue
No,
check
no,
for
yeah, you had to be
companies.
special.
Okay,
You had to be special to get a blue tick. You also had to dox yourself to get a blue tick.
okay.
But Elon put an end to that, and then I think is
Hmm.
when they started the enterprise badges, which must have been
Hmm.
only about a year and a half ago or something like that.
Okay.
But it makes sense with Elon's thinking of like dividing people using flags, badges, colors, whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah. So see, this is another example here of a post by someone from Paradigm highlighting this supposed miscounting there. And then some of the comments. Okay, So let's go. A much larger issue here is that both Cauchy and Polymarket report volume on notional, not actual dollars traded. So if you buy a 1% chance, okay, this will clarify some stuff that we've been talking about before, but I think the paradigm thing is over here. So if you buy a 1% chance for 1 cent, it shows up as $1 volume. Prediction markets are potentially misreporting volume by 100x, not 2x, based on that suite. And then let's see what we get here. Okay, John Wang, as always. So if you buy for 1 cent, our counterparty buys for 99 cents. So notional isn't misreporting. Double counting is though. So basically what John Wang is saying that if you buy 1 cent and it's reported $1 as volume because someone else is buying the 99 cents. So
Yeah.
it's a full dollar traded. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
At any point, there's a dollar. No matter what like shares you own, there's always going to be the rounded to the dollar, right? That's a fair way to say it? I think
It
if you
is.
bought,
It is.
it always has to round because there's a counterparty on the other side. So
Mhm.
that's not fraud. That's not people trying to fuck
No,
people around. I mean,
it's just the way
that's just
you
people
make.
not understanding the mechanics of prediction markets because they haven't
Yeah,
tried to build their own. Maybe they should go do what you and I, Diego, did and just fucking spend a whole year trying to build one. That'll be fun as
yeah,
fuck, right?
that
Everybody
was
should go do
fun.
that.
Yeah, and then okay, so based on that assumptions, the 50 pence, it was a great, it was amazing. So wow, you glue eating retard.
I mean, I don't think it's
Okay,
amazing, but I mean, you're loving it.
no,
I
I
know you
don't
think
think
it's funny.
I love his
The-
some takes like this. Fuck, but let me read it out loud. So wow, you glue eating retarded. That means someone else bet 99 cents against you. Yeah, as Nick said, it seems to be a misconception of and a misunderstanding of the dynamic of how that works.
but these two are getting at each other.
They
Like this
are.
goes this goes
Uh-huh.
on, right? Like
No,
these two
yeah.
keep getting at each other, and it's not nice. It starts to get uncivilized. I would like to say.
But it's just fun. I think it's just fun. And so Noah, we've been covering. Actually you should invite Noah to come to the show. No, I'm gonna send you a DM after the show. So Cauchy and Polymarket are both reporting the volume correctly on their direct platforms. Exchanges are not responsible for the accuracy of third-party dashboards unless they have some sort of official arrangement partnership, which is true. And so, okay, this one. I don't like this one, but let me share this, which is, let's
Yeah,
go.
this one was a bit crazy.
Yeah, he's always like this. Let me share my screen with you. It's not the kinds of I like humor, but not this kind of humor.
I did
Like
watch a video.
let's watch together now. Fuck. It's like Jim Carrey's humor. It's not the kind of humor I like, but anyway, what do I know? Okay.
I hear nothing.
Okay. Basically, what he's saying there is he's got to a market, he plays $10 position. It was in a liquid market, and then there was $50 reported there. Based on that is okay. Based on that, Noah said, if you're confused about how a $10 trade might show up at a 15 volume, it's because your $10 trade was matched with your counterparty's $40 trade. So if each contract is worth $1 upon resolution, volume in dollars will always equals the number of contracts traded. Yes. Why is this somewhat of a controversial take? That's it. So Aaron is the one behind Cauchynomics. We've been covering his data here as well. And guys, that's it. I mean, it's a kind of like you say, Nikki.
Basically,
It's a
the
nothing
crowd
burger.
always gets very loud when they
Yeah.
misunderstand something, and you're always very sure they actually found something that was wrong, instead
Yeah.
of like maybe investigating a bit or trying to understand how the mechanic. These are quite complex tools. Like the mechanics are not obvious, not always obvious,
Hmm.
and it took us a
Hmm.
while to get our head around how this might work or how we could provide liquidity provisions. Um,
Huh?
in a
Yeah.
way. In a way, you just need to understand this stuff, and you understand it when you build it. Or there's guys who aren't building it, just generally research and understand how these markets work.
Just let me. Okay.
Are you having dead air? You can't have dead air,
Yes, I
man.
am. Someone just came here behind
Oh
me.
my
Wow.
goodness.
I don't know. Yeah. So that's it. So Dustin Gawker. Let's see. I think that's the thing.
Jake
So
Dustin will come on now
I
because
don't know
we're
if he's
not a
going to
prediction
come.
market.
He
Because we've
never.
asked him, Dustin, we're not massive. We're not going to grow your audience, but we're also not dicks. Come on,
Yeah. Sometimes.
tell
Mostly
tell
not.
us because
Mostly not.
I haven't
Yeah.
full because we read his tweets in different parts, right? I haven't fully
Yeah.
understood
That's true.
his approach and how he's viewing it
No. Yeah. I
because
understand. I
he's
tend
got a
to agree
nuanced
with
view,
most
but
of
I
things.
don't know what the sort of
Yeah.
like what
I
the
don't know.
average line through that nuanced view is.
I,
So
I
it'd be
interact.
nice to come.
I interact with him all the time. Even Balaji gave me a like last week, but
Oh wow.
he only ignores me. He just ignores me. Dustin. I don't
Maybe
know
you
if I
should
can
set
say
your profile
maybe
up like John Wang and
I it could be yeah. No, he
and
would pay
just
attention to
pretend you're
that
him
for
and
sure.
then get a Kalshi badge and just
Yeah,
be like,
maybe if I get a
and then he'll
caution bad.
respond to you.
Yeah, yeah. It was so. Let's go to what he's saying here. So not so basically what he's talking here is about this situation that Paradigm mentioned, this potentially miscounting on Cauchy volume, on polymarket volume. So no dog in fight here, but one. Cauchy told everyone in prediction markets to be nice to each other and be on the same team as them. Two, a major investor in Cauchy went after Polymarket a few weeks later. That is certainly something. And then is a chaos. So let's go. In December, Polymarket was verifiably more volume, more direct users, and roughly equal OI with Cauchy before a full launch in the US. Wonder if the Paradigm guys noticed this when they sent out the entire team misrepresent some findings in a couple less sophisticated dashboards. Based on this post that Dustin said, okay, guys, a couple of days ago when we were talking about the class action charges against Kaushi, you were talking about, yeah, let's protect this space, let's not fight against each other. And now this happens. Yeah, suspicious, to say the less. He's not wrong.
No.
He's not. And then, of course, based on that, we have Hugh Dobbs. So Hugh Dobbs is a great data analyst he works at Dragonfly. And I just wanted to share because we've been sharing data from data dashboards here, which is, in my opinion, the best and most complete dashboard on prediction market. But Hugh Dobbs he's a really experienced data guy, and he went out to polymarket volume around 1.3 billions, as I said. So it's far from being like 2.5. It's actually half of that. But
Mhm.
yeah, I just wanted to share here. So check out Hugh Dobbs' dashboard on Polymarket Volume as well. It's a new one. Then okay. So to finish this conversation here about this potential miscounting, what I wanted to say is it's something called data storytelling. So maybe the data is not wrong, maybe just the way you present the data. I'm not saying that double count, of course, double counting is wrong, but maybe the way you put the data or you present them on different time frames or accumulated volume. Dude, accumulated volume is the most incredible thing. You are always growing, right? You're always growing if you show that. So
So
this is this. Go ahead, yeah.
I know this from back in my old life doing a lot of data analytics and being a marketer. It is you can take any data. This is why I'm so cynical about political data and general data and the storytelling around it. Is you can craft something, change something, and you're not even changing the data. You're just manipulating the view of the data, right?
Yes,
What
that's it.
view are you giving somebody to
That's it.
promote your perspective on the world? And guys, just look at everything in the world like that. Like what view are they trying to get me to see with this data? And
Hmm.
where did that data come from? Who paid for it? Who analyzed it? These are all the things that are very, very, very important. And when moving forward, prediction markets will be like, who's betting in this market, how many people are betting in this market, what directions it's saying, who
Hmm.
benefits from it going that direction, who benefits it from going. Always think like this: who benefits from you taking that side with that piece of information?
That's it. That's it. So there's something you can use the most correct data, but you can tell a different story based on the same, let's say, the same truth. So metric manipulation is when someone switches between metric definitions to obscure the true trends. Dustin Gawker is constantly changing the time windows for Cauchy volume. By moving the goalpost back and forth, he makes Cauchy growth seem flat when it is exploding. What pisses me, they use these sprints, but we never know where it is from. I'm assuming that this could be from Dustin, one of the Dustin newsletters. I don't know. I don't know where this is taken from. But I just want you're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah,
Did he,
because this is not a quote tweet. I'm not even saying that
you
he's
click in it,
right
does it
about.
give you the bigger image and then you can see what else is? No, it
No,
doesn't. Okay.
nothing. Yeah. So I'm not saying that what he's saying is correct. I just want to highlight that it's plausible to have metric manipulation based on any project. And I'm not saying that what Paradigms did was that, but all this conversation, what it showed us is a lot of people talking about the data related to prediction markets, but they don't even understand the basic concept of they are saying. So go to the dashboards. Whenever you see something, go to the dashboards, talk to the data people who are there. So now we have Hugh Dobby, we have data dashboard, we have Aaron from Cauchy, we have Primo Data. So we have a lot of people who are actually working heads down on this. So stop just trusting blindly whatever you see out there.
Yep.
Okay, we have content here from Good. It's an article, but it's not a really long one. I just wanted to go back to this. And earlier today, I made a post here, and yes, I'm using the B word. Can I say B word? Is the B word betting? I'm using
Yeah,
betting.
we can say anything we like now.
Yeah, let's fucking bet on this. Let's bet on this shit. This is a good one. So I want to see a prediction market to see what are going to be the top stable coins in the world. I mean, but not
You
multiple
don't have a
versions.
stablecoin, right?
What?
You don't have a Brazilian stablecoin yet.
We have, and we have
government
and
government or private?
No, not government. Oh, it's always private, man. It's always private. Oh,
No, it's not.
they were no,
The
they were
European
working.
one is not going to be private. The
No,
European
but
one's
Circle.
a fucking
But the European ones that we are talking about these days are the ones backed by Circle, mostly by
Circle's got a
Circle.
fucking Europe. What Circle
Of
Europe?
course they have. Of
When
course they
did they
have.
launch that?
Last
I knew
year,
a whole bunch of people in London
while
shelling it.
while we were working on prediction markets, they were working
Holy
on.
fuck, they do have one. I totally
They
missed that.
do. They do have,
Totally
bro.
missed that.
That's it. So I want to
That's
see
the
a
one that I
prediction
need
market
because it's
about
closer
that.
to the pounds. Because that dollar one, it's not good for me. It's
No,
not a good
yeah,
one.
hold the
It's
euro
just
one. Anyway, I want to see a prediction market on that, but not in each individual because we have multiple versions of the dollar, right? I want to see like backed by fiat, all the USD stable coins against all the euro stable coins, and I think Brazilian ones are going to be the third place. I want to
think
see a
that's what it'll
prediction
be.
market.
Yeah. But you
I
forgot
think
about the
so.
yuan, the digital yuan, the Chinese
Yeah,
money doesn't
I
leave the
think
country.
I think
Technically,
Brazilian. Yeah, I think Brazilian one is going to be bigger. I don't know. That's
possibly.
my prediction. That's my
I don't know.
prediction.
I don't know. I
I don't
can't
know.
say.
I don't know shit.
I
I
can't
don't know
say.
shit. Yeah. That's it. Prediction markets, gambling or informed betting. Basically, what he's talking about here is about that discussion that we have on Monday. I would say last week, but it was Monday since a
Yeah, it
week
was
ago.
this
But
Monday.
anyway, yes. Basically, based on that post from Dustin as well, saying that Cauchy is a betting company. So prediction markets have always lived on a gray zone. Some call them gambling with extra steps, while others argue that they are one of the best tools we have for aggregating real-time information. The truth, as always, sits somewhere in between. At a surface level, prediction markets look like gambling. You stake money on uncertain outcome and profit if you're right. The UX often resembles sportsbook more than financial terminals, and for newcomers, the line between a sports bet and a will inflation fall below 3% market can feel thin. but the mechanics underneath are fundamentally different. I believe that traditional gambling rewards gut feeling, whereas prediction markets reward accurate beliefs, timely information, and continuous updating. Price shift as traders incorporate new data, insider knowledge. Insider knowledge means insider trading for me. So insider knowledge gets diluted by collective intelligence, and the final market odds often outperform experts' polls and punditry. In this sense, prediction markets behave more like decentralized and forecasting engines than casinos. Okay, I'm gonna save this for later in the show because I have a question for you guys. Still, the distinction isn't obsolete. The distinction isn't absolute. So not all traders participate in informal reasons for informal reasons. Some trade for fun, some chase volatility, and some genuinely treat it like a bet. Markets on elections, celebrity drama, or crypto narratives can blur the intellectual layer and fall closer to the entertainment side of the spectrum, which is not a problem in my opinion. The nuance is this: prediction markets can be gambling, but they don't have to be. They become what their participants turn them into. Okay, yeah, they are too. It's a good take. Yeah, I agree with that. In a healthy ecosystem where liquidity is strong, incentives reward accuracy, and noise traders are balanced by informed ones, then prediction markets evolve into a public good, a living, dynamic snapshot of collective belief. In my opinion, the real question isn't whether prediction markets are gambling or informed betting. It's, do they help society understand uncertainty better? When the answer is yes, the line stops mattering. Okay. Do they help society understand uncertainty better? Sometimes. My take on this, and I've been talking about it. I think we need to evolve a lot more to understand what are the variables that make a prediction market good in a way that accuracy. How can we trust how accurate the prediction market can be? Does it matter the amount of traders that we have? Does it matter the amount of money that they put in? Does it matter the position? So can we assume they are kind of better informed traders according to the position that they put in? Total volume of the market, what are the variables? And I think we will need data. So shout outs to the data people out there. We will need that data in the future to test, back and forth tests multiple times to see what were the most accurate markets and what are the variables that we can identify to understand, okay, what actually makes a prediction market good. That's my first point. And my last point, it comes to this, for example. So let me go to this. I see how talking about how much the rates are going to go down and up can influence my life and can make some good for the public in general. But if he's going to start his talk with good afternoon, I don't see the point. I don't see the point. For me, this is
Gambling.
pure entertainment.
That's betting.
That's gambling. That's
Yeah.
pure entertainment.
But what I find interesting about this, right, is if somebody who does not give a fuck about interest rates or finance or any stuff like that starts betting on that, they will start to take account of these things. So like these markets will start become part of their life. So whether he comes out and says good afternoon or whatever, they're still listening to that piece of content, which they would have never have listened to ever before. So by just listening to that content, you become smarter.
Could be.
Right?
It could be. I just don't. But okay, I get it. But when I think about the outcome, I totally understand. Like let's say the main market, but this adjacent market about what he's going to say or how many times he's going to pronounce this or that word. For me, that's meaningless. I mean, what's more important is the outcome.
It's betting.
It is betting.
Right? It's about making money. But if then they start looking at interest rates and start betting on interest rate markets as well, and then they start looking at how do they predict better interest rate markets. They start to get clever because you bet on something that was really accessible while I say good afternoon. Or like, you know what I mean? It's like it's so accessible to absolutely.
And I don't mean that. I mean, you don't need to have skills to do that. Of course, you have to do skills. People are doing a lot of analysis to understand these mentioned markets. And it's really exciting. It's one of the most fun stuff to talk about when we are talking in prediction markets. When we see those guys trading this live, damn,
Yeah,
it's exciting. It seems like watching a sports
it's like
game.
sports. It's like watching
It
sport.
is. It is. I just don't see these kind of markets, like let's say,
They're
making
not a social good.
making concrete that narrative that prediction markets are tools for us to make a better society and get better informed about
No, they're not.
everything.
No, they're
I
not.
just don't see
They're not.
that.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you can see it as being a gateway drug to that, but like, how
Could be,
many
yeah,
people would
yeah,
go down that road, right? Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and I
yeah.
would love to know if the guys who are just doing mention markets, like purely pop culture mention markets, like, do they start to interact with other markets? I mean, Polymarket and Kalshi would be able to tell
There
us
will
that
be.
right now. They'd be able to tell us, like, oh, where did they start, and where are they now? Like, and
Hmm.
that would be very interesting, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think. I mean, we can
because
check
that
their
brings in the
accounts and see.
diversity into the market, right? It's bringing
Hmm.
this diverse group of people. Like we're saying, you need depth and diversity to be able to try pick a decent outcome. But yeah, I mean, look,
Hmm.
like that, whether he says good afternoon or not, has absolutely no social utility.
No,
It
no.
has
Even
no
the
social
words.
utility.
I've been thinking about it the last few days. Even the amount of times that he says this or that word, that doesn't necessarily has a meaningful relation to the outcome. Because you can say the same words, but get a different conclusion. It can be yes or no in the end. It can
Yeah.
be, I don't know. That anyway. So yeah, just my take on this. And I mean, they are good, but yeah, prediction markets are a tool. Not all prediction markets, I'm not talking about projects, I'm talking about the specific markets.
Market.
Not all of them are good for society. Not all of them represent that vision that prediction markets are a better tool for informing the society about
Yeah.
what's going to happen. Anyway, and of course, not all of them have these benefit for the society. Then Star Platinum, get a good take here. So I don't think prediction markets are gambling. Before you say blah blah blah, you have the Cauchy bet, you're biased. I think gambling is when you put money into something that depends fully on probability and pure stats, where you can change anything. Like roulette, you pick a number and pray for the odds, or slot machines, where you depend on an algorithm that you can't influence. Prediction markets are different because you can actually change your odds sometimes.
I
So
mean,
let's
but
talk
what
about
what would
mention
sports
markets.
betting be? What's he talking about? Sports betting is basically the exact same as mention markets. It's essentially the exact same thing. So
You basically cannot change the
you
odds of a sports
you can't. Yeah, you
unless you
can't.
coordinate with the players. But so
Yeah,
with
unless like
research,
we
with
unless Anthony Joshua has been paid not to punch his cunt in 10 days time. Like I don't think like a mention market is zero difference in a mention market in whether it's betting or not from a sports game. That's why it's so exciting to watch, right? To watch
Mhm.
these guys go, ah, because like they're the players in that game,
They're the
right?
players.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah,
fucking let them
yeah.
do it, right? But like, nah, man, nah, I'm sorry. It's just like,
So
and also you're doing like, nah, just like because when you throw sports, okay, if you take the casino route in casino games, yeah, maybe, but also, but no, like let's just say, okay, casino is like casino games are casino games, but sports
uh-huh.
betting is
So
exactly
think about the randomness that
it's
he
like
mentions here. Okay, if you throw the dice, that's random. If you roll the roulette, that's random. But when you're playing cards, that's not random. Both are casino, both are casino, but they are different.
no, because
Because on cards,
all of them are probability.
but in cards you can put, yeah, they are probability. But
Yeah,
with cards, there's some sort of randomness, but you can control of your actions in the game of cards because
yeah,
it has multiple steps. Like on a dice, on a roulette, there is not. There's nothing you can do. I think something like what he's saying, it will be kind of more similar to poker or some kind of game like that. But as you said, for mention markets, what kind of control do you have? Unless you are the guy writing whatever someone's going to say, or whatever, you are Brian Armstrong on the Coinbase last
yeah,
meeting, so you can decide the words that you're going to say.
yeah,
What
exactly.
kind of control you have on the odds. How can you change the odds in your favor? So with research, with information, with time, and you can increase the probability of winning your position. In theory, yes, because I understand people have been seeing for these mental markets, they have been watching previous talks from that person on similar occasions, and they have been tracking the
But
words.
basically, I've discussed this before. You would have two models running,
Yes.
right? You can build models
Mhm.
around this, which is just data, right? So, for example, I say fuck a lot on this call. If we did mention markets for this, you would hear fuck. Like, is Nick going to say fuck
Mhm.
50 times, right? And it's
Mhm.
like, I don't even know how often I'm going to say fuck.
Mhm.
But you know I say it a lot. I bet you if you fed it into a machine would tell you how many times I said fuck.
You probably, yeah,
And
yeah,
then you would
yeah.
run on probability. Oh, Nick says fuck 60% of the time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like so, and then you would have like a long-term model of like general language and speak they use, and then you would build a model for recent events. So like these are all predictable data sets.
So it's not in your control. As much research as
No,
you do, that's not your control.
no.
I mean,
And then
but yeah.
I could have a fuck counter. I could be counting my fucks and just go one
Fuck
over.
counter. We should put every time that you say fuck, you should count this on
Ding.
screen, like ding. Yeah, that would be nice.
If we
That
had
would be
better
cool.
production, quick guys, we're looking for
Yes.
sponsors. So like we'll buy cool equipment and we can do a fuck counter. Because that's what we need in this world.
Yeah. So, but in the end, okay, not the same, of course. But I think not all the games on a casino are the same. Just like the prediction markets, not all kinds of prediction markets are the same.
The same?
Yeah.
No. That's it.
Okay, let me share this with you guys. Let's see if
I didn't hear the audio the last time. When
No,
you played
fuck.
it, so make sure you get the audio on.
Okay,
and I'll go quiet
okay.
so I don't echo out.
Okay. Let's put
of markets and diversity of markets, it's already exceeded the number of stocks listed.
So
So I think that the reason that matters is because I think trading of stocks, if you're an active trader, has some complexities to it. One, you don't exactly know how the inputs, let's say you understand a company really well, like Tesla, you have a pretty good idea how many deliveries they're going to make, what their net income is going to be. It's not always straightforward to translate those inputs into what the stock price is going to move.
100%.
It's not binary, and you don't know, even if you have the information, you don't know what the impact will be on the stock price.
Also, exit criteria becomes complicated. When do I sell my position? You know, prediction markets kind of deal with that for you. And the other thing is you can.
I think that what was important we got here. So, dude, he's talking about traditional markets, but it sounds just like, I mean, in the beginning, let's go to the beginning. I mean, okay, we have way more prediction markets than stocks being traded. And again, okay, so what? Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean any fucking thing. And he tries to say how stocks and the prediction markets are different, but everything that he's talking about, how you trade stocks, dude, you can just change the label of this video and say, no, he's talking about prediction markets. It's the same. How you analyze, okay, you can get a lot of information as input, but you have no control of the output. How that's going to be.
Or you have
we're going
control.
to talk. We have.
Depending how close you are to the source of the event.
Yeah.
Oh, we always end
up how
back
inside you
here.
are.
Every show we end up back. By the way, I know exactly the tool that we need to be able to make little laughing noises and all that in the middle of our show.
Okay. No, it was cool. Have the claps. It was cool. Yeah, it was cool. Anyway, it's a nice highlight how traditional players are looking into prediction markets, and they're going to get to the party as well.
Yeah.
So let's move forward here, because it was an interesting take. So we've been saying about, okay, predictify everything, and then there's Faju from Blockworks. By the way, I got really pissed about Blockworks removing all the value of my Permi, because I used that NFT to go to their conference, and now they don't run the conference anymore. Motherfuckers.
How much you pay for the NFT?
I don't recall. 0.3 ETH.
When?
0.3. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
I mean,
$500.
it was $1,800
$400.
for like
No,
5
it was
years
like
anyway. So
some years ago. Yeah. Anyway, I went to 2 conferences, but it was supposed to be a kind of a lifelong thing, you know. I would milk the NFT the whole life. Yeah.
there was another project that you got into that had an NFT that was
Oh
supposed to do
fuck! Don't
something
tell
like that.
me. I'm still waiting.
We won't talk
I'm
about it.
s-
But
I'm still waiting for that
you-
movie. I'm still waiting for the movie. Fuck.
Oh, or at
Anyway,
least the
anyway.
story. We're not making the movie. It's just like one of them.
At least an explanation. Okay, how we are not going to make a movie. So I don't really want to live in a hyper financialized, gamified casino world. Not gonna lie. Yeah, you get it. Some people, I think Dustin Gawker doesn't want anyway as well. So we understand. I mean, some people are not into this thing of, okay, let's make a market about anything. And these, okay, fuck.
I mean, it's a social experiment.
It is.
It's
But
a social
now,
experiment we're doing right now, guys. So just please remember that.
and now, I think you're going to be really pissed at me because now it makes total sense to come to. Oh,
You are
fuck.
fucking changing the
no.
running order in the middle of the
No,
show.
no, I'm just going through what I have here. Anyway, some people are not excited about this, and on the next show, I'm gonna show you how can, if you are on the other side of the spectrum, and if you want to financialize everything, on the next show we are going to show you how prediction markets are going to eat Uber Eats, DoorDash, dating apps, and everything. Everything will become a prediction market.
Oh
But for
I
the
know where
next
this
show.
is going.
I know, yeah, I know you know. I know you know.
I know where this is going.
So,
Just as a
okay.
guess, I know where this is going.
I just want to, this one, guys, I just want to share with you here. This is from Arc5. He has a country badge.
Archive.
Archive. Fuck, this is okay. Archive. Okay. Prediction marks are just another sugarcoat form of gambling. He probably gonna say that it's not. And he highlights here difference about skill and chance and how prediction markets have a different thing. Let's go. So confusing the two ignores the foundational value that prediction markets prove, a value that remains whether or not some users choose to trade them like casinos. Let's say prediction markets fundamentally are built to forecast, inform, and aggregate knowledge. Yeah, tell me about dimensional markets. I mean, we did this before in the show. I mean, we can try and differentiate stuff based on the skill and chance and randomness and how you can get information and how good that could be for the society. And yeah, but anyway, I invite you guys to take a look at this article here. But anyway, I mean, I think it's getting even more clear to me that some prediction markets are really cool and important. Some are not, which is not a problem.
There is a thing called speculation as entertainment, and it's done in sports for the most of it, right? And it's totally fine.
Yeah, it is.
But now we're going to and actually, sports is a perfect example because there's some I used to live in where I used to live when I was a kid. There was a guy at the end of the road, and he lived in a really nice house, and he never went to work. I found out he was a professional sports bettor.
Wow.
And that's what he did. He spent his whole life just betting on horses and shit like that. There's loads of professional sporting people, and I've met a couple over the past few weeks, and that's the job, and they do that job alongside super fans and regular people who are betting, speculating for entertainment or speculating just so they can buy a few pints in the pub that night. So I think I'm not that. It doesn't bother me that much that those two types of worlds living next to each other. I think what prediction markets do is because it breaks it into so many small little categories of different, mention market, all these things, and it becomes very clear that there's some markets that are important for narratives, global narratives, societal narratives, and then there's other ones that are just bullshit for fun. And you've got them side by side, and they come from different categories. Whereas sports, it's all just sports, right? So you don't really pick the difference. But that's what I'd say. That's why this keeps coming up in prediction markets. This already happens in sports betting. There are professional sports guys. They bet. They destroy the bookmakers because they know the odds better than them, or they are the bookmakers. And there's a big thing in the UK right now with a guy who owns a football team, and he also does a lot of sports betting, right, through other people, right? So there's a big thing going on, right? But in prediction markets, it's very, very clear that that's happening. So it's not as it doesn't upset me. I quite like the transparency and the obviousness is happening. I don't think it's a controversial thing. Just it is what it is. It has been happening. Now we just see it happening across loads of strange things that you would never see it happening in before.
That's it. So based on that, let's move to this. This is from Robin Hanson. Guys, if you are into prediction market and you don't know Robin, he's kind of the academic father of everything that we are doing here. So he's been studying prediction markets as a scholar since, I don't know, for more time than I've been around. So I've been asked, what do I think of Cauchy and Polymarket? These are still very early days. My mission, which I started to articulate around 1990, is of a world very different from both the world of them and the world of today. A world where markets are accepted as offering more accurate estimates on far more useful topics. So I'm mostly interested in the potential of stuff today to enable and cause that future vision. The policy questions on Polymarket and Cauchy trend now seems plausibly like topics where some people might find their estimate useful in making personal or collective choices. But I don't have great confidence in that or know who those people are. But if these systems continue to grow in size and to attract users and competitors, they could lower the many costs of creating and managing such markets, allowing a lot more experimentation with markets like those. I find more promising my long-term vision, related to my long-term vision. So, of course, if these systems include a backlash that gets them outlawed or drastically shrunk, that may plausibly block or at least long delay my vision. I don't personally mind people having fun knowingly betting on sports or actions that celebrities can influence, or on topics where insiders have big info advantage. But I see many people complain about these things, and I fear a new British temperance movement may shut them down, and as a side effect, shut down the more promising markets that I've envisioned. Robin Henson. Nick.
I agree fully wholeheartedly with what you're saying. Oh, you need to. You're sharing my audio.
Sorry, bro.
Diego.
Sorry.
On. I'm handling the Twitter thing. I can't be on your shit. What the fuck?
So yeah, bro, it's I like these takes because as you always say, I mean, it communicates out of the echo chamber of excitement and everything's good about prediction markets. We are going to change the world. Yeah, give me a badge. Let me do this or that. Yeah.
People don't like to hear a sort of dampening tone, but I think it's very good to have it. We heard it with Bitcoin. Like, the reason I didn't get like full blown scammed in crypto is because I had people around me like that. And I would be like, what do you think of this? I still to this day say, what do you think of that? And they'll be like, yeah. And they've been around a lot longer than me, and their experience in these things are just much deeper. So it's always good to sound in with somebody who's seen it before. And one day that'll be us. Right, you know what I mean? This is like we'll be old enough to be like, no, we've been here a while. We've seen this. We've seen the monkey on the bicycle before. Something kicked off or something like that. You know, it's like it always happens.
Dude, I had money on Celsius. I had money on BlockFi, but when the collapse happened, I had my balance there was zero because I rather have my Bitcoin parked on a wallet getting zero than to have it there and don't understand what was going on. And I remember the same thing. I mean, people were calling me, oh no, I mean, why are you here if you're not doing anything with that? But I remember when Terra Luna came down, I was invited to talk about that shit, and dude, I don't have a lot to talk about. I never touched that. Why? It was 18% a year, and dude, I didn't understand how they were making money. That didn't seem plausible to me. I mean, that's it, bro. That's it.
It was not real. Like the fact that I could have parked 1 ETH somewhere and taken out I think it was like $6 million for
Yeah,
1
you
ETH.
could do that loop.
Fucking and not pay any
Yeah.
interest on it was absolutely fucking mental.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
and that was one of the things that I sent to my mate, and I was like, "Yo, look at this, man!" And it was like, "Don't touch that. I'll call you in the morning. We'll talk about this." And I was like, "Okay." And then that's when I was told to read the book, Musings of the Stock Operator.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that point, I just realized that DeFi was just another iteration of something that already happened, and I didn't get. I lost the, oh my god, this is going to change the world, because it's not necessarily. It's going to change how finance operates. It's not necessarily going to change the world.
Yeah, no, but yeah, and on that front, we are seeing the amount of the new banks, the so-called new banks. I don't like this wording, but yeah, but this is how they're calling themselves. Anyway, you just have a card to use your crypto, but basically what you're using are dollars and stable coins. You get yields, and it's not an incredible yield. You get cash back. I mean,
your money.
They custody. No,
They
some do. No, but some do, some don't. Some do, some don't. Some don't. You have your own wallet.
Here. We went off.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's go
one
back.
thing I would
let's
say
go
is,
back.
with Bitcoin and yield, what I'm starting to see is loads of OG Bitcoin people trying to figure out how you generate yield. But
dude, okay. My last comment on this, I don't recall who was that, but it was this person pinned to it. It was just, it was something like this. I don't believe that Satoshi did that all, and he didn't think about yield. It was that. Fuck, bro. Makes sense.
I have just one last thing to say. Shout out to BlockFi. They were one of our sponsors back in the day for my other community. It was like they paid well and they paid on time. Thank you very much. I'm sorry what happened. I'm sorry that happened, and also I'm sorry that instead of paying out people affiliates in dollars, your contract said you would pay them out in Bitcoin. And in fact, you did.
Yeah.
So shout out to BlockFi and the people there, because they were actually all really cool, really nice people. But that went sideways. That experiment ended, but out of that came other things and new thinkings about safety. Yeah.
So this one, let's go. Let's move forward. Polymarket stops DraftKings and FanDuel in November traffic. We've been covering that. So Polymarket in traffic. This is just interesting. Let's go. Let's check this out. So SimilarWeb data placed Polymarket third among betting and crypto sites. But dude, I don't know. Robinhood is way more than the crypto sites and bet.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, Robinhood wasn't crypto until,
yeah. Anyway, so I don't know. I always think these lists are. You can trust that as well. If you go to. Go ahead. I was just about to mention, if you go to DeFi Llama and go to the prediction markets category, dude, that's a mess. But anyway, and what they are highlighting here, Polymarket is not even open to the US people yet, but it's ranking third in visits in November. Yeah, let's see what happens when they are available.
I might need to stop talking like that, or we're not going to get sponsors.
So also, and this is interesting. So we mentioned how some positions on Cauchy are now tradable through Jupiter on Solana. Jupiter, and there's another protocol there. So Cauchy prediction.
An order book on Solana as well. I can't remember the name of it, but they've built. Built, or they're leasing one. I don't know.
Yeah. See, it could be a potential sponsor, but we can't remember their name. Guys, it's actually, if you're listening to us, it's a good opportunity. So if people don't remember your name, maybe you have to do a better.
Maybe you should be on here, and I should follow up with a fuck in the middle.
So Cauchy prediction market surpasses 2.8 million cumulative notional volume on Solana as the non-chain activity accelerates. So it was late October, so during November, and then they saw a spike in December. This is this black line here is the cumulative one, which I said in the beginning. Cumulative always grows.
Cumulative.
Anyway, so $3 million already in on-chain positions. So this is from Limitless prediction markets. Though this is really hoping full of hope. And prediction markets will be bigger than options. Limitless is the leading platform specialized in price prediction markets, only getting started. And options ADV by expiration. So he brings a chart here from options since, I don't know, the last 50 years. And he's just saying, okay, we are here. And yes, this is where we are going to get. I mean, I think prediction markets are really, really closer to what options offer, the dynamic of prediction market and what offers have. So I understand this. But see, I can see something. Can you see the background here? The gray lines? And something
really,
there
no.
are no gray. Fuck.
I don't think
Here,
you can anyway,
here.
just because it's.
Here there are not gray lines.
Oh, those gray. All right. Yeah,
See
yeah.
in the back,
Yeah.
like there are squares here. See, there are
Okay, but what's
squares,
the
squares,
point?
squares.
What's the point?
There is no. It seems someone
It's
erased it.
edited it.
It
You think it's
seems that
been
it was
edited?
edited. It seems that it was edited. It seems that it was
Oh,
edited.
why
Here.
was it edited? Maybe it was
I don't
because it
know.
was somebody else's chart or some shit like that.
Could be
I
some
don't think somebody
watermark.
doctored it though. I'm not going to say Limitless did that.
No,
I
could
think
be
he meant to
some
take it out
watermark or
somebody-
something.
Yeah, if somebody watermark. That's what I'm going to think it is. So let's
Yeah.
not worry too much of the watermark. I think the data is actually correct.
No, it makes sense. I agree. This is why I saved it.
And I don't
agree.
think that's opium. I think that is fair. I think that's
Yeah,
a
but-
fair thing.
But guys, just remember, this is a 40 years,
Yeah, you'll be
45
dead.
years time
We're
frame.
really old.
Yeah.
Like you'll be
Yeah.
done. You'll be out.
I'll be
of this
really
game by
old.
then.
I will be. I hope to be out of this game before that. But I think this will happen, but it will be way faster than these charts showing here.
Exactly. That's
I think
what
in
crypto
10
does.
years.
That's
I think
what
in
DeFi
10
does.
years
It does
tops.
everything that's happened before, but faster.
Okay. My prediction here. We are going to see this happening in the next 10 years.
20 years. 25 years.
No,
No, 10 years?
this is my
No.
yeah.
All right.
This is my prediction. This is my prediction. Yeah, let's see. 10 years
All right.
prediction. Cool. Moving forward here, Dustin Gawker. Why does Major League Baseball want to prevent its players from doing important price discovery and economic hedging? Every day we stay further from God's light. So basically, what happened here? NBL, which is the NBL, is the baseball league.
Major League. Baseball
Major League, yeah. So it's the baseball league in the US sent a memo warning players about prediction markets. In a letter to players obtained by FOS, the league warned that its rules against gambling in baseball also apply to prediction markets. That's it. So
Very normal. I would expect this. But it's
Yes.
better to say it than for some guy to
Yeah.
say, oh, well, I didn't know. But it's
Yeah.
very clear to me that it would, because
yeah,
there's an aspect, it might not be betting, people might not want to call it betting, but there is an aspect of betting going on
yeah.
in there.
And there's
This
an
thing
aspect
versus
of
that.
market. These are kind of markets that if you are a player, you have. I don't want to say manipulation, but you have some kind of power to decide the outcome. It's kind
Yeah.
of your control in some sort of way.
I think it was Dustin that said a while ago, I think we covered that tweet because he made me a bit smarter because of it, and he was like, when gambling got regulated, a lot of that shit stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's the good thing about regulation in that sense. Like, you might not be able to control the event, but the people around the people in the event can control the event by, using money, using violence, like using anything at all against key members, like, or just doing like backdoor deals. Like, and I bring it up against like the Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua thing, right? Like, I when I look at that when I look at bits of that Mike Tyson fight that he had, I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, it looked like Mike Tyson was pulling punches, right? He wasn't striking hard, and he was, there was gaps and he was leaving them, right? So I'm not saying it might have been an agreement that they had, which doesn't make it a fair fight, but and Tyson had nothing to lose and Jake Paul had everything to win. But in this next fight, like Anthony Joshua has everything to lose. Like if he fucks this up, he might not get to go on and fight big heavyweight guys. Again, he might not be allowed to fight. Not allowed, but he won't get the chance to. So yeah, that's a bit of a tangent there, but I'm interested to see what happens with prediction markets and that fight specifically, because it just looks like all the fights he's fought have always been loaded in his direction, or if they've not been loaded in his direction, there seems to be like no follow through in the actual fight. It looks like the fighters normally would look like.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's move for.
Sorry, guys.
So after this rampant of Mike Tyson, let's go back. Let's go back to Earth, talking about Moses. No, actually, we are going to talk about this market, which it's really interesting what happened yesterday. So everyone is looking at the leaked time person of the year. So there was this yesterday. So a username Scar leaked the time person of the year cover at 4:09 p.m. in the public Poly market Discord. It, funnily enough, took almost 20 minutes for the markets to start reacting. So this was shared in the Poly market Discord, and then Moses said here. So that was the discussion based on that cover here. Person of the year, architect of
AI.
So this AI and the people behind building AI. So let's go here.
And they're AI generated. That's them AI generated as well, right?
Probably, yeah, probably it is. So, but the real action is somewhere else. Is the time person of the year a woman? The market says it should be yes, if at least one of the people listed is a woman. Is it all? Is the title is architects of AI and doesn't list any individuals? Then actually it isn't a woman. What do you think? So it's confusing, but what's saying? Let's go to the rules here. So per the rules, this market will resolve to yes if the individual named as Times Person of the Year is a woman. Times Person of the Year is a woman. So will Time Person of the Year be a woman? So now we know that it's AI. So, and in the events of the multiple individuals are named Times 2025 Person of the Year, this market will resolve to yes if at least one of them is a woman. An individual will only be considered to have been named Time Person of the Year if their names is explicitly listed. The exceptions of an individual on the covers will not alone qualify. But this was updated yesterday. And this was shared when? It was yesterday as well. And we can see on the cover two women here.
So what is it? Oh, no, but then it's not who's on the cover, it's who it is, and AI is genderless.
AI is gender. So what I thought interesting here is that is the thing that is the important thing.
Time looked at that market and then decided to throw a curveball.
They check the rules. They check the rules. They consulted the lawyers. Okay, how can we mess with this? So yes, so we are not going to be the ones manipulating. It is because we're talking about it now. But what caught my attention is that Moses was actually talking about the rules and discussing the rules, which I've been saying, guys, pay attention to the rules because in the end, they are the matter. So the clarification from Polymarket brought the price all the way down to 10%. See, it was hovering around 70% before. Now the question remains, what is happening if they list the names of all individuals somewhere else? I think the clarification doesn't fully address that. Still bullish for no. But guys, I mean, see what I've been saying. If you know the rules and you put your price here and it's priced at 70%, when you bring a clarification and the rules and the price goes to around 10%, it means that you clearly are changing the rules in the eyes of the people who have positions there. You're clearly changing the rules because according to the initial rules, they were priced in the markets like this. And then when you clarify, which to me means changing the rules.
Gambling?
Dude,
Does it become gambling?
So, okay,
Because
poly
part
markets.
of it-
We know
Part
poly
of the
market
event
is
is not knowing if the rules will change.
fuck. Okay, we should
Maybe
have a
that's part
prediction.
of the event.
We
it was
should
not
have a
thought of.
prediction markets. Is poly market? How many times is poly market going to clarify the rules?
We can't
on a
have
market.
a prediction market because we sunset Groovy.
I mean, we should have, please, dude. Okay, it's going to sound bad. Kaushi, I think someone from Kaushi, if you guys are listening to us, I know you are. You should create a prediction market. How many times poly market will bring clarification to the markets during December? And poly market could do the same. How many times Kaushi's markets are going to be clarified? That would be fun. Fuck, we will never gonna get their
That'll be
badges,
nice
right?
and adversarial.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to this one. So Polymarket top trader somehow saw the time chaos coming before the market flipped. Everyone knows about the leak now. One image dropped early and the entire Polymarket time person of the year market went upside down. But one trader was already positioned. He bought early, made over $100,000 and vanished before most traders even understood what was happening. Trader,
That's a boss.
Betwick.
Why does he have the name Bet in there? This is not betting.
It's not betting, guys.
God damn it.
Betwick. No, but in this case, it could be betting. Like mentioned.
This feels
Anyway,
like betting.
Betwick looked like he knew everything. He had been stacking no on artificial intelligence odds for days. He was also one of the first to rotate into other right before everything exploded. His position jumped from 9,000 to 109,000 in under 1 hour. The moment the leak hit the timeline and odds went viral, he started dumping with limit orders.
Oh, he had
Congratulations,
limit
bro.
orders in?
Dude, if you
If he had
have
limit orders, he fucking knew what he had inside information for sure.
if you have 10K and you can make 110 in under an hour, dude, you just
wish
run
I
to the
could do
hills.
that.
Take that
somebody
profit.
teach me? Maybe Greek Gambler can teach. What's his name? Was it? Yeah, it's Greek Gambler, right?
Greek Gambler.
Greek
No,
Gambler.
this one is from Gavos.
Oh, gave us. Could you teach me? But Greek Gambler actually kind of like shares how you do it.
Shout out to Greek Gambler. Let us know when you get the Mercedes, okay?
He's close. He's getting closer. I saw his
He's
post the other
close,
day.
right?
Very
He's
close.
close.
Go and buy that, Merc.
So let me speed up because we are almost on the time. I probably will need Nick's help here. So breaking, CFTC announces pilot program for BTC, ETH, and USDC to be used as collateral in prediction markets. Actually not, guys, in derivatives markets. So welcome to the golden age of crypto. So this news here states that there's about this new program that will help allow people to use BTC, ETH, and USDC. So three types of crypto as collateral in derivatives markets. What I think is derivative. I just said so. How prediction markets are really close to options, and it is prediction markets are derivatives. So I mean, it's a step to use Bitcoin, ETH, and USDC as collateral, recognized by the CFTC, which is the competent organ. How do I say? Is the competent issuer of regulation around these kinds of markets.
It's the regulator.
The regulator. Okay, yeah, the regulator.
It's the regulator.
Season.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. It's about time that all these big institutions that have been stacking this shit up can actually do something with it. Because just think, like, if you're sitting on tons of Bitcoin or USDC, that's another way for you to make money that you couldn't do before. Right, and you obviously you need to get a license, but you're probably a licensed financial institution already, so it's not going to be
easy
hard.
for them. It's easy for
just
them.
a good way to deploy their capital. So he's right about the golden age of crypto. Like, and I don't know if it's a golden age, but we're starting to see proper institutional adoption.
Yeah, this intersection between traditional finance using crypto. I mean, this is not what we envisioned. Who got into crypto like several years ago about changing the world, but it is what it is, guys. That's how the future is unfolding for us. So crypto is like
a lot of people were like, like they'll just merge. And I think I was
It
in the merge
seems,
camp. I'd love to see it get like banks get destroyed for what they do to people, but
dude.
I
I
think they're going
was
to merge and use the infrastructure because the infrastructure's decentralized, so it de-risks them quite a lot, and it's
mhm.
just better. It
Yeah,
plugs
no,
into
for
other
sure.
places. So it's just
No, I was
better.
on the spectrum of we are going to change the world. I was even part of a DAO, but
I know you
that's
were.
yeah, that's
You're so
old
positive, Diego.
days. Yeah. So let me share it with you guys. Shout out to Gondor and Arseni. Arseni had been here in the show last month. So Gondor is live, guys. You can check it out here. It seems that I don't know if the party already happened, but it seems that they were about to have a launch party in New York. So I invite you to go to Gondor's page here and check it out how Gondor works. There's the documentation. It's really interesting how the borrowing and lending part works. And I mean, it's basically DeFi. Basically, your position on Poly market has a value like 40 cents, 50 cents, 70 cents, whatever. You deposit that in Gondor and you can get up to 50% of that amount of money. You need to keep a loan to value of 70%, if I'm not, if I'm correct here. And of course, if your position increases in value, you can borrow even more. If it gets down in price, you need to add more funds or you need to repay your loan. That's basically what goes on. And it seems that they use Morpho. So while your money is there, they plug into Morpho. So there's also yield involved there. So it seems that the first thing that they are going to offer is the borrowing and lending markets, but then it's going to have the leverage. So they lay down everything here, how it works and how it's going to work. It's pretty interesting. So I think it's one of, together with Bravado and then I forgot what's the other, robbing markets.
Yeah.
Robbing markets. These guys are actually building some pretty cool stuff around the prediction
Maybe we could
markets
do a lending
front.
show one day.
We
Just
can
get them, see if they'll all come on. And we'll do like a lending show and talk about it, because I'm not from a finance background or that sort of DeFi background. I'm just really keen to hear how they're all kind of handling it and where they see it going. So maybe we could get in touch with them all and see if you want to.
Yeah, I mean the thing is it's cheap to try out because it's on Polygon, but it's basically the same system that Liquidity has been working for. Liquidity's system has been working for years, like this. Yeah. Okay, moving forward. Okay, just a shout out to whoever likes chess here. Freestyle Chess and Kaushi. Kaushi is now the official prediction market partners of Freestyle Chess, which is a chess competition. Fans can now track and trade on live odds for the tournament in real time.
I don't even know that was a fucking thing.
I didn't know, but people like chess. I've been learning chess with Duolingo these days. Can you believe that? Yeah, Duolingo now offers chess classes. So shout out to Duolingo. Yeah. That's it. And as I said here, we already covered this one. Just my opinion on mentioned markets. I mean, they are really cool to watch. I just don't think that they have anything to do with that narrative about prediction markets being the future of how humans coordinating information to get better outcomes.
Unless, because if you, like I was saying, if you look long term, if it's a gateway drug to participate in those other markets which have more meaningful value in the world, then it's just an onboarding trick. And I think mention markets to a certain degree is just an onboarding trick. Look what we can do and look how accessible we can make this.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, in this sense, I think you are correct. But I mean, right now, I don't think they provide any real not financial, any value, but fun. They're fun for sure. They're fun.
It's speculating as entertainment, 100%.
It is
100%.
It is. So, guys, let me say thanks for together. We have almost 100 people listening to us and viewing us live. Great. I still miss the guy from Humble. please
Yeah.
send us a DM. And yeah, just to remember, if you want to be in the show, if you're building something cool with prediction markets, if you want to be in the show, send us a DM. Our DMs are open. If you want to promote your product with us here as well, you're welcome. And yeah, we are going to have 2 more shows this year. Next week's going to be the next one before we wrap for Christmas. And we are going to have a guest on next Thursday.
Yeah.
That's it, guys. Make sure to follow. Now we are the Dollar Trade on X, and make sure to find for the Dollar Trade newsletter on Substack, where we share a wrap of what we do.
We've got a ticker there.
Yeah, yes,
There you
great.
go. That's the new handle. Is
Amazing.
Dollar Trade
The
underscore.
Dollar Trade. Okay, guys, thanks a lot for watching and listening to us. We talk